Okay, I like to do a video all at once, but the UPS guy stopped and the dog craziness ensued. And anyway, so I'll have to try to put these two videos together. But anyway, I was pointing out this white. This is the Obedient plant, and I got it a couple years ago and I hated it. Maybe it was last year, I guess. I hated it. I thought it was awful. Anyway, look at it. It came back. I dug it out, I thought, but I guess the seeds dropped and it's there. And see, I have some here. This is where I tried to spread some of this out and I guess it didn't work. But see, I have more Obedient plant there, which is cool. That's Xena. She thinks it's her job to guard everything and everybody she sees. This is a little lime hydrangea, and it's big. It's taller than me now at the tallest, so this is its third summer, and I love it. It looks so good. This is my bottle tree. Those are yellow knockout roses right there, and the bugs just ate everything, so I cut everything off of it to let it try to have a chance to come back. This is one of those old timey hydrangeas, and this one was here when we bought the house. So the people that owned the house before us cut everything down to the ground, so we really didn't know there were any plants of any count here. And see, it got zapped by the frost, and so I don't have many blooms on it. But year before last, it was massive and it was so pretty. This bed over here, I was trying to let this Purple Heart stuff just spread and go everywhere, but the monkey grass is beating it to the punch. But I have a peony right here that I think I'm going to move like this fall or whenever and put it in a better spot. This is I'll get up close. This is a holly that was just like a little sprig like this big, and it popped up here, and I thought, well, okay, so I let it go, and look, it's getting bigger. But this is the most beautiful, oh yeah, see, it's not blurry, yay. The most beautiful Roses Sharon. It's like got double blooms or something. All the Roses Sharons I have were given to me by a friend, and this one is spectacular. It probably has 100 buds on it, but the Japanese beetles are all over it, so I don't know. I was going to spray it with the Bio Advanced stuff yesterday, but there were tons of bees. You can see there's bees on there, and so I thought, crap, I'll just let it go. But oh look, hey friend, what you doing? Oh yeah, you're bad. You're so bad. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the front corner bed. They're in front of the house. Hey Sparty. So this is Spartacus. He's a mighty gladiator. You can see he looks very brave. This is the fragrant tea olive tree, and it's really grown a lot. These are my new purchases, the 3 hoops I have going down past the house, and this is Morning Glory and hops growing on it. So it's gotten to there. I really thought it would be a little more vigorous, but there's my balloon flower plant that needs deadheaded. So anyway, that's a holly back behind there. And then here's our walkway down to the back of the house. I was just talking about cleaning the windows yesterday. We have 32 windows in this house. 32. I've cleaned 6 this year. I mean, what do you do? Okay, there's that last hoop, and see, it hasn't grown much on it. It's just, well, it's right, yeah, that's the tallest so far. So, I don't know, we'll see. I like this little area. I wanted something that was going to get tall, but see, it's not growing very fast. I thought about putting purple fountain grass in there, and I put this instead. I don't know. Anyway, this is my baker's rack that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for free. I like some free stuff. So, Sparty is a ball chasing fool. So, there you go, buddy. Yeah. Okay, this is a columbine that I haven't trimmed or anything. And maybe it's too crowded in this pot. Here's my little sign I made with the wood burner. But then I didn't wood burn it quite dark enough, and so I went over it with a paint pen. These are some random peppers I have growing. And this is that black, oh man, is that powdery mildew? Tag. Crepe myrtle is what it is, what I was trying to spit out. So these are also little limes, little lime hydrangeas. These also are the Japanese privet like I have up front that are so big and full. But these I think have to compete for, you know, the water from, or the roots, you know, from the big tree. So they're kind of struggling. I don't know if they're gonna make it. I have 3 of them and they look worse as you get closer down to the, you know, the tree roots. I dug so many cannas out. I love them. I think they're really pretty, but they spread way more than I thought they would, way faster. And so I just said, man, I'm digging these suckers up. I gave a bunch of them away. You know, they're still there. These are those Kaleidoscope Abelia, I think is the name of it. And I loved it when I first planted it, but it's so inconsistent. I don't know how I feel about it. So here's one, and they look like they're struggling. I water them almost every stinking day. So I don't know, and see that one looks bad. There's another of the crepe myrtle, the black one I just planted like a month ago, and it's, you know, it's so hot that it's hanging in there though. So yes, these hydrangeas are looking good. You know, I called them little lime. Maybe that's what they are, but they might be limelight. I can't remember. Anyway, this is our, we call it a gazebo that my husband put up last year, Father's Day weekend, with the help of some friends. I like my little shelves. I bought these at Walmart, and I thought they were super cute. And so I've just kind of arranged them in a crazy way. So here's my corner. This was the first part of the yard that I did any planting in. I planned it out during the winter and started as soon as I could, you know, put a shovel in the ground that year after we bought the house. So I have a lot of stuff going on. I won't go over all of it, but this is a beautiful arbor and it has hops growing on it. But over on the right, it has an autumn clematis. Yeah, I know everybody pronounces these things differently, and that's just how I say it, you know, whatever. I love these, all of the petunias in my yard, I grew from seed. So I planted 2 plants in here, and most of these blooms are from one plant. You can see if I get closer, this is the second plant. And I had to cut a bunch of its limbs off because it was looking rough. So it's just kind of starting back. But these are soft touch compact hollies because I wanted a low hedge. And this year I actually tried to shape it a little bit. It's definitely getting there. You know, I'm kind of disappointed in these plants. This is a perennial salvia, and I bought several. I have one there, I have one here, and I have, yeah, so I have one there and one right here. It's not that, that's a different plant. See, they just haven't, oh yeah, and I have another one right there. They really haven't done anything. Look, this one has like 2 blooms on it. I don't know. And that's my phlox, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let's go in here. and see. It's not quite as tidy as I want, but that's just sort of how I live my life too. Things I plan to do, I just don't get to it. And you know, these are zinnias. This is something I bought like 6 of, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of wildflower. Yeah, this was the rose that was so pretty, light pink blooms. It's called New Dawn. That is another, all these are Rose of Sharon's, so that has a pretty bloom. This one I think is the same color as that one. No, it's not, it's light pink. Ah, yeah, it's light pink. And then this one, you know, is a different color, and I like them all. There is a phlox that decided to plant itself there, which is totally approved by me. And these are just things that came up, and stuck them all in this. This is another Rose of Sharon that I'm gonna plant. Look, see, here's the destruction. There it is. Boom. And they're like doing it on there. Boom. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. These are the most beautiful roses too. I mean, even with the damage. Oh, he's still in there, isn't he? Yeah, okay. Even with the damage from him, it's still just so pretty. I just wish maybe I would have, you know, treated them sooner or whatever, but this is a Baptisia, and look how big it's, I didn't realize they got that big. So this is a phlox. I'm gonna have to move it, which is fine. Uh-oh, I just heard, oh, look at them. Look, they're right there doing it, man. What in the world? Ugh, I hate it. Okay, sorry, bad camera work. These are my 3 little palm trees that I've kept for a few years. This one had a tree limb fall on it, and I think it, you know, kind of messed it up. I might have to cut some out of it. But again, these are not in the pot, just this is. And see, they're struggling a little because I realized it wasn't draining, and it kind of drowned it for a couple days. This, everybody's always talking about proven winners in their their petunias. Let me show you. So you see here are my petunias, and they are a little bit leggy and stuff, and I've trimmed them back some. It was a lot fuller, so it'll come back. But this is that new one from Proven Winners that everybody's talking about, that they're not working. And I have one there and I have one here, and I treat them just like I treat all the other stuff, and they have not bloomed. I'm talking as soon as I brought them home, all the blooms died. And they've been like this. I keep thinking, oh, let me wait, it's gonna happen, and it has not happened. But everything else looks fine. So, oh, look at this. Yeah. Ready? Okay. That's all he wants to do all day. These sweet potato vines, kind of passed by this one. See, this one's pretty big. It's really spreading out. This is one sweet potato vine, and it overwinters in the pot with the palm tree. So it came back. But see, it has bites on it too, and it's more than likely the beetles, I guess. This is a new hydrangea I just planted this spring. Let me think of what it's called. Quick Fire Fab. So it's pretty and white now, but it is going to turn colors. Wait, oh wow, that's not turning color, is it? It's dying. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But that's its first year in the ground. I have cannas randomly everywhere in containers where I dug them up, and anyway. Okay, my tomatoes got blight. I think they got something. All the leaves have died, so I'm just trying to, you know, I'll probably today or tomorrow just pull the rest of the tomatoes off and just rip all this out and just plant something random in here. This is the third year I put tomatoes in this one bed, and I guess you're really not supposed to do that. So I have not rotated the crop, so I'm gonna plant something else in there. This is the bike I got that I was so excited about. An old neighbor of mine gave it to me, and so I'm pretty psyched. I think it looks good, but I think the plants in this basket are not happy. So I think I'm gonna take those out. Let's see, the other ones are good. And then we come on down, and here's another rose that is just being annihilated, but it's putting out a good fight, man. It's really trying, but they are just in there. Oh, look, see, there's none on it right now. So I sprayed it with that Bayer or that Bio Advanced stuff. Maybe it's actually working on, oh, well, no, looky, there he is. Dude, get out of there. Yeah. So anyway, sorry about the camera work. These daisies, look, I missed a canna. So that one's in the ground. These daisies are from a plant I was given by a patient. So I do home health care, physical therapy. I'm a PT assistant, and patients find out I'm a gardener and they're always giving me plants and stuff. So anyway, I welcome it. I'm like, sure. So this was from just a wee little chunk of a plant, and it's turned into that. So then I have a bunch of morning glory back here, and see, it's been chomped on too, but I'm just gonna let it grow all the way up onto the fence. Here's my pretty sign I made that is messed up now because it slid. I'm gonna have to fix it here one of these days, but I still love it. And these are more petunias that I grew from seed. I think this is 2 plants, it might be 3. And those are the holly fern, and they love it right here. I'm really not sure why, because it gets a decent amount of sun. Oh man, look at this. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're freaking everywhere. Ugh. Man. Ugh. Another clematis there. So these are more daisies from that lady. I've divided them. Here's another one right here. Doesn't look like it's gonna bloom yet. This is a Japanese lilac, and it's white. So it's gonna be a tree, but it's been very slow growing. More cannas, more tomatoes that I didn't think had the blight, but as you can see, you know, it does. Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry up. Here's a sign a good friend gave me last year for my 50th. And it's so true. There are like a lot of plants. There's way more plants now than there were last year. Anyway, this is another one of those really pretty pink and yellowy and whitey whatever roses. And I just cut all the buds off because the dang beetles ate them all. So I have, let me make sure I get it right. Beefsteak tomatoes growing right here. Beefsteak. And see, look how big a student. He's pretty big, because if I put my hand with it, then you can see. That's a pretty big one. They're doing okay. And then this is my bed outside the greenhouse that I've worked hard on, trying to make it look full and very cottage garden-like, and it has totally worked. All of this stuff I planted this year, you know, this spring. So all of these plants are new. The zinnias I grew from seed. That's a zinnia, and that's a zinnia, and see, it has lots of buds on it. This is a daylily that I got for free from an order online for something. This daisy I actually bought. It's not part of that one over there. And this Black-Eyed Susan I bought from the same place, and it has gotten really full. It's like, it's gonna do great. This is the autumn sedum, autumn joy sedum, and then I have, you know, one of my favorite salvias back there. This is another one of those perennial salvias, but see, it's just not showy enough to suit me. Anyway, this is actually in that sink. I don't know if anybody's familiar. I have a bathroom sink, and this has done so good. It just looks awesome. And then I have a purple fountain grass. And then I have my another small gem magnolia here. And this is the nasturtium in front that I planted. My little window. This is the rosemary from Proven Winners. This is another kaleidoscope Abelia. The dog stepped on it and so it's damaged. I can smell the rosemary right now. This is all tree, you know, from nuts coming up that I need to pull out. So this is our Leyland cypress that I planted 3 years ago. It's gotten a lot bigger. And more cannas in pots because I don't want them in the ground anymore. This is another Rosa Sharon that I transplanted over here. And back to the sunflower. This is my wildflower patch. This is its first year and I'm so happy. It's doing well. I don't know that the video looks great, but it's really cute. And then we get to my shade area. That's an azalea, and that's an azalea. That is a burning bush that's not doing well. It looks really weird, like the leaves all look different, and I don't know why. So underneath my tree, I love, love, love it. I have lots of different stuff going on, some elephant ears, hostas. You know, I have that snow on the mountain thing that creeps. I got a creeping Jenny there. I got more of those holly ferns, coral bells, lots of stuff. I love this ajuga stuff, and it's really, I have, I think, 2 different kinds and spreading out. And here's some little coleus I bought off of the sale rack at Lowe's. It was one of those that had like 8 that were half dead in it. These are the coffee cups. I do have tons. I do have like a lot of plants in here. I bought this at Goodwill because I really wanted to put this in a pot, of course, so it doesn't take over, and just let it get in there. But and then I have the ferns all over, just trying to take your eye off of the wood. And then my water feature I made. And honestly, this is everything. I didn't, you know, go up on the back porch. Here, I'll zoom in a little. My pots, my planters up there are awesome. They look so good. I have those on the rail. I have Dichondra Silver Falls. I have petunias. I have some peppers. So it looks awesome too. Anyway, that is my video, and I hope you enjoy it. Later, Gators.